Welcome to Follow the Leader Sports. I'm your host with the most, so have a toast, Leader Johnson. I'm here, man. Villanova Radio is here, man. I'm ready to talk some Villanova Radio. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going right now when we get back from this break.
All these haters trying to get my stride, trying to tell me how to live my life, but they don't know the consequences when you play that game. Little homie, you can lose your life, but they don't know I lead and they follow. They follow my lead. I lead and they follow. They listen to me.
What's going on, y'all? Listen, we here. Follow your sports, Villanova Radio. It's been big, and we got a loss. We do have a loss. Villanova women lost to Marquette, 85-69. Met a good match, 10-5 team. Let's start with that one first. Let's go there, man. Let's go where Villanova's been. The Villanova Lady Wildcats, right now, and let's just get this right. Right now, the Lady Wildcats are 12-3. Okay, 12-3. 5-1 in the conference. Losing to Marquette gave them that loss, man. 10-5 team, 4-2 in the conference. Marquette's a good team, man. Good team. Talking about that game, Bryn McCurry had 7 points in that game, 4 assists. I'm saying this because this is a big reason here. We're going to talk about this game. We're going to talk about the game before that game too. You're looking at Danae Carter with 2 points, 5 assists. 5 rebounds. Kennedy Henry, 15 points. She's been on a tear, man. The freshman star. Both Villanova teams have a freshman star. Kennedy Henry, 15 points. 5 steals on both ends of the floor. That's what's so impressive about Kennedy Henry. Okay. Talking about this game even more, Dani Ceseretti. The arrival of Dani Ceseretti. 12 points, 5 or 6 from the field, hit a 3, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. This is what she can bring, man. This ain't no one block. Listen, I'm glad to see this, man. I'm glad to see this. We'll talk about her. Ryan Allen had 8 points. Kelsey Jones only had 3. Listen, the loss is really down on a point. The defense, real good games from Hallie Weiss. She had 32 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. She got down. 2 steals. Skylar Forbes, another one, 20 points. Jada Mason, these are their 3 best players, 20 points. They all got off. 7 assists for Jada Mason. Big time team. And Marquette is that. They met a good competition, good team. They lost to a good team. If you look at all Villanova teams, man, it's been some tough losses because they've been tough teams. Looking at these schools and looking at this loss, it was a good loss for Villanova. What I mean by that is that this is a good team. You're just not no slouch team you're losing to. This could be a team you're going to see in the tournament, which I think it will be a team. Marquette Golden Eagles, Lady Golden Eagles, are a team you'll see in the tournament. Now, going more back to what Villanova was doing, the game before that against Creighton, big time. Big time. Can we get to that game? Because I really want to get to a person that's a star. Star. Kennedy Henry. And I'm talking about, man, listen, it's hard to be a freshman in impact. It's hard to be a freshman in impact. That's a very hard thing to do. Being a freshman and impacting is hard. So seeing what she has done and what she has brought to the table, it's been unbelievable. Kennedy Henry, let's talk more about it. I just want to stop there because where Denise Dillon has gotten with this team is big time. And in that game, Kennedy Henry had 19 points, 6 to 8 from the field, hit all her 3-pointers, all 3 of them. 4 for 5 from the free throw line. She was unconscious. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Just really the whole, just impressive through the whole sheet of the play of the game. 30 minutes. Whole stat sheet. Very impressive. Jasmine Bosco, 15 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Danae Carter, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Let's talk about that. Brennan Curry, 8 points, 6 rebounds. Looking at Brooke Bender, what she's doing. Looking at Kelsey Jones, what they're doing. And also looking at Ryan Allen, who had 14 points. Ceseretti had 5 points. The game before that, 4 rebounds. Ceseretti, each game, just like Mutombo, have kind of been showing you their talent, but hasn't been able to expose or come out because it's a deep team. It's really a deep team. They can go to a lot of different places to affect you. Dani Ceseretti is another guard. Let's talk more about Ceseretti. Good game she just had. 3.7, averaging 3.7, 2.6 assists, shooting 45% from the field. She deserves to be microscoped. 50% from 3. 85% from the free throw line. 1.8 assists. This is deserves to be looked at. She's 6 foot, Rhode Island prospect, coming out of high school. From Rhode Island. Dani Ceseretti was with a great class, and you're seeing why right now it was a great pickup. You got another guard that can handle the rock, and at 6 feet, she can do that. So you got Jasmine Bosco, you got Kennedy Henry, you got Ceseretti, you got Mutombo. You got 4 ball handlers. Mutombo, Ceseretti, Bosco, Henry. All of them can handle the rock. This is a good team, and they could do it now. She's a sophomore, so she's only going to get better and better. Very impressed with how that game turned out, what they did, and what Villanova did to keep their eye on the prize. Keeping their eye on the prize. Coach Dillon is keeping her eye on the prize. Going more to Villanova. The Villanova men, listen, they've been doing their thing. It's been crazy. Caden Lewis. Let's talk about Caden Lewis. So Caden Lewis has been getting national attention for Villanova. He's a freshman guard. The freshman star is making Villanova spicy again. Making Villanova spicy again. 12 points. 5 and 9 from the field, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals against Butler. He's just been real patient, man. He's been real patient. He's been real patient. I got to go with that. He's been patient. You're talking about a guy that's been sitting here really doing good and showing who he is. And I think it's real easy to run a team when you got an effective point guard that can dribble the rock. He can play defense. You know, he's a pest in the lanes when you try to pass the ball. One-on-one against you, he can take the rock from you, go the other way, take your cookies from you, can shoot from the 3, can get fouled and do what he's doing better from the free throw line. I think that was one thing there. I mean, we still got a lot to go, but he's been doing good. Let's talk about those games and get more in depth in those games. Definitely going to talk about how Villanova's doing good being guard you again. I mean, the guards. How they guards flex. Unbelievable how they guards flex, man. Let's talk about some things where we got one. Weekly honor roll, Jasmine Bosco. Weekly honor roll, Jasmine Bosco has been, it's not no surprise there. Freshman of the week, Kennedy Henry. Just had 15, had 19. I mean, she's just been real good. Been real comfortable, man. Getting more comfortable. And I think the point guard and Bosco, they are comfortable together. Team, they're all comfortable around each other. You know, playing from the forward to the, she can play from the 3 to the shooting guard position. She can defend all positions. She's really going to be she's going to be a legendary. Listen, she's going to be drafted in the first round. When it's time for Kennedy Henry to roll out, she's going to be drafted in the first round. Because Kennedy Henry is going to the point where Kennedy Henry might be listen. Right now, Bosco's a sophomore and Henry's a freshman, so one's going to leave before the other. So it's going to be a year where Henry's going to be their leader. She's going to be that leader, that dog for Villanova. It's coming, man. She's just ready right now. It's really impressive to see freshmen that get off, and Kenny Henry is one of those. Coming back to Bosco, the partner in crime, the dynamic duo. It's good to see a backcourt. It's like good to see Lindsay and Lewis. Good to see a good backcourt, effective backcourt. And Bosco's one of those, man. Another guy I want to talk about that's so into this game even more, no question, is Duke Brennan. Duke Brennan has been a big-time dog. Let's go to Villanova. Villanova, these 2 games, DePaul and Butler. I mean, when you talk about the DePaul game, you know, the double whooping, I'm saying, I call it. The Lady Wildcats won and the Wildcats won. So it was like a double whooping. I mean, when you go against the same program and you get a victory, that's sweet. Coming in this game, CJ Gunn has been real good. Been one of those good freshmen doing good. RJ Smith had 11 points. Leighton Blocker, another guy I always was big on out of Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas. Big-time transfer. They got him last year. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He was effective the whole game. We had to watch that. But Villanova just proved to you why they're a good team. It was a real good, hard-fought game. DePaul was tough, man. DePaul was tougher than you think. That was a tough game. That was one of them tough games that Villanova could have lost. Hodge had a hard game. But Duke Brennan with the 3 for 5 from the field, 9 points, 12 rebounds. Once again, three assists. Usually I'll be real good and real happy to have a guy like Duke Brennan to depend on for 10 rebounds every game. Tyler Perkins, I told you, when this team scores, when Tyler Perkins has, I say at least 15 or more, this team is different. But at 19, you don't beat Villanova. Look at when Tyler Perkins, especially when Tyler Perkins and Lindsay are popping 19, and then pop 1 hit 4 for 6 from the 3, 1 hit 5 for 10. Then you got your point guard just easy. Makes it easy for him. 9 points. He had to do much. 2 assists, 3 steals. 1 turnover. He just kept it cool. Kept it cool. Devin Askew off the bench. 9 points. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He was 2 for 8 from the field, but he had 9 points. Got more points. So between both Caden Lewis and Devin Askew, 18 points. All right, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, only 2 turnovers. It's so good to look at when you got a point guard on the bench and you got a good point guard starting. And Devin Askew, listen, he was a 5-star coming out of high school. He knows about all the attention and what it is. He's been under the pressure. He's the perfect vet to have. And it just happens to be a point guard right next to Caden Lewis. He's learning so much and executing. Big time. Bryce Lindsey is just that guy. Against DePaul, they made it happen 71-66. Now, talking about the next game. Big time game. They could have easily collapsed this one. But Butler. Butler lets you know what it's all about. This was the big game. This was it. 10-5. This is it. I felt like Michael Ajayi, guys like that. You had Yohan Traore on this team. I said, we got to get through this team right here. Bizjack had 18 points, but man, did Villanova get through them. They proved it. 10-5 team. You got to prove, listen, teams like this, it's kind of like the Marquette game that Villanova women had. I mean, it was a tough game. They lost, but Villanova came in here and blew these guys out. Blew them out. Matthew Hyde, 17 points. See, that's another thing. I said that about Perkins and Hyde. Perkins and Hyde, when they get to them point, when they're getting 15 and up, this team is totally different. 17 points, 4 for 6 from the 3-point line for Matthew Hyde. He had one of those games, 6 of 9 from the field, 5 rebounds. Duke Brennan, 15 points, 10 rebounds. You just can depend on 10 rebounds from this guy. Tyler Perkins, 12 points, 7 rebounds. Bryce Lindsey, 18 points. Caden Lewis, 12 points. There goes the game, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, 1 block. Shout out to Braden Pierce. He continues to get those 6 minutes getting there. They're giving them minutes, let them get experience. Devin Askew, 8 points. There we go again. 2 assists, 2 steals. Between both of them, 20 points. All right, 6 assists. No, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 7 steals, 1 block. Between all of them, this is what you get out the point guard. This is what you get out your point guard. And between both of them, what, 2 turnovers? That's it? Like, this is what you get out your point guard. So you get guys that can penetrate, that can direct the game, making smart decisions, playing on both ends of the floor, especially the way of Caden Lewis. That's one thing about these freshmen coming in right now for Villanova. These freshmen, they can play defense. They can play defense. They can play defense. Kennedy Henry on both ends of the floor. Always one of those difference makers. You see it on the stat sheet. You see it every game. Then you look at the Caden Lewis. This man is not scared to take on your best player. Heads up and guard him. For your point guard to be able to do that is important. Ultra important. And we're looking at so much with this game going on with going against DePaul and then going against Butler. 85-67 blowout. 3-0, 12-2. Villanova is 3-0. The only other undefeated team in the Big East is UConn, who was 14-1 and 4-0. Looking for that game. That's the game everybody looking for, right? I mean, there's other games. You want to see St. John's. You want to see, because St. John's had Villanova's number. You got Creighton next, and when we go against Josh Dix, who's one of the best players in the Big East, Creighton, you go against those. Creighton right now at 9-6, 3-1 in the Big East, so that's going to be a big game. Don't look at Marquette as too much of a task, but it is a Big East team. So anybody in your division is going to be somebody that's going to try to know more about your playbook than everyone else. But this is Quevin Willard is new to the Big East, and he is one of the best coaches in the country. It's going to be real tough. I don't see Marquette, but Providence all 8-6. They're always going to be tough. They always have a talented. Then you got St. John's. There we go. January 17th, man. That's the game. Right now, St. John's is 9-5. Then we got Georgetown. Georgetown's 9-5. This is a tough. Then UConn. January 24th is the one we all looking for. UConn. By this time, what's the record of both teams? I think both teams will still be head-to-head. Because I see this Villanova team real good. Bryce Lindsey's averaging 16.9 a game. 4.9 assists for Caden Lewis. This team is doing great. Wonders right now. Surprising the nation. I mean, it's because Villanova, came from, such a rebuild these last 2 years, and now they're running away with things. 12-2. 8 more games before they hit the 20-win mark. 8 more wins, 20-win mark. 12 points and 11 rebounds for Duke Brennan right now. 12 points and 4.9 assists, 3.6 rebounds for Caden Lewis, having a great freshman season. Tyler Perkins, 10.9 points a game. Hodge, 10.8 points a game. Another good freshman, having a good freshman season. 4.4 rebounds. Also, Tyler Perkins has 5.1 rebounds. It's a 6'4" guard, getting 5.1 rebounds at the 3 position. Devin Askew, 8.6 points a game. He's doing so good off that bench as that 6th starter. That classic Villanova 6th starter. What Villanova always wants, that 6th starter. That 6th starter. Now, looking at this squad, looking at where Villanova's at, and going against Creighton, this is going to be a big. Josh Dix is a good big time player. So Josh Dix against Bryce Lindsey. This is it. Bryce Lindsey's that guy on this team. I know Lewis is doing this thing, but it's Lindsey versus Dix. When we get back, man, we're gonna talk more about the football. Football has been big, transfers, big time players, um, and we also gonna talk about the next game Villanova women have coming up. So listen, we're gonna take this break, man. I want y'all all to chill out on Follow Leader. All my leaders, chill out. We got more Villanova on Villanova Radio. We're gonna get things going, man. When we cut back on Follow the Leader. This is a little different. I really feel like if we're looking at this whole situation with Villanova, I think this is all good. Like I said, where do we go to, man? Where do we go? Dawood with the Rutgers. All right. And now Villanova, it just seemed we're talking about David Abbott at Arizona State. We're talking about Hawkins at Iowa. And they got Jabriel Mace back. And see, that's good to see in this podcast. See, first I'm gonna talk about I was talking about, hey man, the first thing I did was I came with the ba-da-da-da. I brought it in with that because this was the news we need to know, because I was also going to tell you about the losses. Great losses, great players. And this is also a great year that Villanova had too. They get these guys going the biggest, because this is a game-changing year. I think this was and I have been writing for this program for 10 years, especially the football program, highly in there. You can ask Ola Adams who Leader Johnson is. You can ask Ola Adams who he is. Not only asking the coaches on the staffs now, ask Ola Adams who Leader Johnson is. Ask Andy Talley who Leader Johnson is. The legendary football coach, Andy Talley. I've been really hard and supporting this football program for a very long, really letting y'all know who these guys are. And it was for a big reason, because 10 years down the line, look at where they are now. Look at the culture of Villanova football. This is listen, it's one thing to love Villanova, but man, to be wowed by the progress, the actual football progress of a football program. From the year that's been a winning football program, then kept it alive. Andy Talley leaves and Mark Ferranti takes over. You know how hard that is to replace the job that Andy Talley did? Look how hard it was to replace the Jay Wright. Right afterwards, Mark Ferranti, and he was the choice really of Andy Talley. He was like Mr. Miyagi and Daniel's son. Ferranti's Daniel's son. And look at this. I'm keeping this up here because you got a transfer going to Iowa. You got a transfer going to Arizona State, who was a freshman who was impacting. Now look where he's going. Dawood was a freshman and impacting. And then the next year, look where he's going. Hawkins is a freshman. And look where he's going for his sophomore year. Abbott was a freshman, had an impacting year. Look where he's going in sophomore year. Dawood was an impacting freshman. Had a great sophomore year. Look where he's going. Look at how good this team did in the Final Four, the FCS championship. This is what you call the game-changing year for Villanova football. David Abbott, man. Just proud of this guy, man. Because that freshman year was stupid. Go back. Don't listen to me. If you're a Villanova person, you know exactly what happened on that freshman season. And you know what I'm talking about with Ragland. You know how special that man. That man's special. That's crazy. This running back room is so good, you don't even understand how special each one is. Abbott came in because Ragland was the one running. Then Abbott came in. I think Ragland got hurt. Abbott came in and started impacting. And then Ragland had to be the number 2 because Abbott was doing so damn good. And that was crazy because look what Ragland did when he first impacted. Then we're talking about this year. Abbott started getting hurt. Ragland's still where he's at because Mace was like number 3. Mace was number 3 in my bullshitting. Ask the coaching staff right now, and did I get this wrong? Abbott was number 1 on the depth chart as the running back. He was leaving. He came back. He was leaving. So, Villanova did the due diligence to get him back. He came back. Because Abbott was, I remember when Abbott leave, it was hard for Abbott. He didn't want to leave. He was like, man, then he came back. It was big for Villanova. Ragland was number 2, and always Mace was the number 3 guy. This year, Mace shoots the number 1 after having a big game, because Ragland was getting hurt, and Abbott, I think Ragland was getting hurt too. Abbott got hurt. Then it was Mace's turn, and Mace took over. Then they didn't take him out. The next man up always stays. The hot man stays. They keep the hot man rolling. That's the thing I think with McCade and Maddox. Maddox was the young guy they were looking for to go and do it. But McCade was just playing better. And McCade won on momentum. You're looking at this, the momentum was Mace was not only returning the ball, he started rushing on them. And he could also catch the ball so they didn't take him out. And Abbott was still hurt. And then Ragland was there. Then Ragland came in on the playoff game and boom, boom, boom. Like, it is unbelievable. I think these are all three special running backs. It was great to watch them in Villanova. It was great to watch all three of them on the same backfield. And I think eventually you're going to be talking about all three of these guys in the NFL. I don't know if they'll be stars in the NFL, but they'll be productive. I think there'll be productive running backs in the NFL, all three of them. I think Mace, because of what he can do, you're looking at Dave Maggott type of guy, Dave Maggott, Roger Craig type of player. He can catch the football and run. Almost like Priest Holmes. You're like, this guy, these guys are good. Okay. Then David Abbott, man. I mean, you talk about him, it's like Rodney Hampton. You talk about Rodney Hampton type of running back. You know, go back and you don't know, do your history. Do your look it up. All right. Isaiah Ragland. Who am I looking at when I look at Isaiah Ragland? And this is real, y'all. Okay. Just listen to me. Because the first name, Frank Gore. First name that comes up is Frank Gore. Sorry. So Frank Gore, David Maggott, Roger Craig. That's what I think of when I look at Mace. He does too much and boom, boom. David Maggott, Roger Craig. Or you can say a baby Westbrook. But I'm going hard. Isaiah Ragland, yeah, I see that one. I just see the comparisons with these guys. They all could be productive backs. I'm talking about for a long time, at least 8 years. These guys could be productive backs, especially with Mace. Mace has the potential to be a little bit more special because of his ability to catch the ball. And all these guys can catch the ball, but Mace is just better at catching the ball and returning the ball. Looking at basketball, man. Top 25, y'all. Arizona, Michigan, Iowa State, UConn. Listen, it's crazy how Nova's not in the top 25. They got 127 votes, but they're not in there. They're right there at like 26, basically. They're number 26 in the nation. UCF is over them, SMU, UC Virginia. And they had a tough outing with them in the exhibition. Kansas, Tennessee. I'm going up from 21. I'm at 21 now. Tennessee, Louisville, Iowa, Georgia, North Carolina, Illinois, Arkansas, Texas Tech, Alabama, Michigan State, Vanderbilt, Nebraska, very surprising team right now, BYU, who Villanova lost to, Gonzaga, Houston, Duke, Purdue, UConn, who we are aiming for, Iowa State, Michigan, who they lost to, and Arizona. Now, I just went down this 25 and mentioned Villanova in so many ways, who they lost to. Look at where they're ranked. Teams that they played in exhibition. Exhibition, but they played them. Tough. Who we're aiming for, where they're ranked. Why is Villanova not in here how they've been playing? They've been beating good teams. I guess if they would have beat one of the ranked teams, I don't get it. UCF is not better than Villanova. Virginia is not better than Villanova. Tennessee is not better than Villanova. I know one thing. 15 is where Villanova's at. They're neck and neck with Arkansas. And I know a lot of Arkansas people that know, listen, I raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. Like, oh, you just saying that? No, you crazy? Arkansas has a great backcourt, just like Villanova, and they are putting pressure on people. But they're not that far ahead of Villanova. But they are right there. I mean, it's such an edge. Good team, good backcourt, good players. But Villanova's right there. Because I don't see other teams, no. Texas Tech is Alabama, Michigan State. This is when you get to the teams that's like, oh, okay. But Villanova's not that far from them. Realistically, I think at the highest, this is the floor where I'm saying 15. at the highest, they right there with Duke is the team that's over them. Houston is a team. I'm going to say Houston's over them. Houston. I think they're at number 8. That's the ceiling. At number 8. At number 8. At number 8. I don't think BYU, another round with BYU and Villanova will have them. Gonzaga, yes. And they're right there with Houston. But I'm going to give Houston, the way these guys have been playing with Kingston Flemings, I'm just going to give them a lot. And Duke with Cameron Boozer and that whole group just looks a little bit more ready. It looks like Michigan all over again. They almost had BYU. Michigan trounced on them. So I just think Houston and Duke is more close to Michigan than BYU and Gonzaga even being any remotely close to that. Like, I think if BYU play Villanova again, Villanova will win. I think that's where I go with that. Kay Lewis, man. That guy. Listen, man, we about to get out of here. Villanova sports has been hot, man. Villanova sports has been on fire. On fire. It's been crazy to lose people. Zamir Dawood, Anthony Hawkins, David Everett, but they're deserving. They have the opportunity, they have their shot to progress where they want to progress. They earned it. They worked hard. Villanova is that squad. I think Villanova is a great culture, and I think they deserve to be in the FBS to have an opportunity. They're one of the best FCS schools. They'll be in the Patriot League next year. I expect Villanova to dominate, and I'm going sharp by saying that. I expect them to be that type of team. Lehigh is a very tough team. They had a tough defense. It's going to be a tough conference. I think Villanova's ready for it. They know how to recruit. They know how to develop. The next game that we're going to see Villanova play is going to be Creighton, like I say. We got Marquette. It's coming after that, then Providence, then St. John's. Man, it's going to be a little stretch. I think Villanova could, where I think they could lose. St. John's is a tough team. Georgetown is too. But Villanova has proven so much that they can handle people by handling Wisconsin, by handling DePaul, by blowing out Butler. Which Villanova team are you going to get? Are you going to get the team that, had it tough against DePaul? You're going to get the team that blew out Butler. You're going to get the team that beat up Seton Hall. This is a real good team. This is a team that's really – now you got to start talking – you got to start talking real now. You got to start talking absolutely real when it comes to Villanova Wildcats. And the realness is that this is one of the best teams in the country. Let's see where this team goes. My ceiling for them is they should be at number 8. The floor is low as number 15. If you're going to at least break them in the top 25 right now, I'm talking about where I see them as a team, not where I would put them right now. I'm talking about the talent level and how good they are as a team. They're good as number 15 in the country, and they're as high as number 8. But right now, they should be number 25 at least. They should be number 25. It's crazy right now. Stop playing. I guess they want to see a couple of more. How many they got to win? I guess Creighton will be their game. I think Creighton will put them. Now, this is going to be something to see. Because you got Creighton. Got them coming up. And you got Marquette. Where would they put them after those wins? What if they put them at the Creighton and Marquette? It's going to be interesting to see just how this goes. So we out of here, y'all. Thanks for coming. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, highlevelsports.com. We got more coming, lots coming. High Level Sports Talk is coming. Broad Street Blitz Take. Eagles are in the playoffs. Who's flying in the fly episode, man? We're going to talk about just how good Denver Barkley's doing. We're going to talk more about the Philadelphia 76ers because I'm going to come right back with another good Follow the Leader real soon. I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all. Follow the Leader, man. Villanova, Nova Nation. Let's go.